Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome to your new Friday evening's entertainment. It is our brand new Vampire the Requiem 2nd edition chronicle. That's the proper word. New London After Dark. Without further ado, let me unmute the masses and we can get some introduction done and get things moving. All right. Did anyone else get the ick when Alexander popped up?
Always.
Yeah.
I hate it. He's got way too many teeth for my liking. Holy shit.
It's so
Way too many
rough.
what?
Fucking smiler is too damn big.
Way too many teeth.
It's the wide smile that gets you.
I did put the music link in Discord. If you haven't, feel free to jump on and listen to that. I will. It should start off like not maxed out volume, so thankfully we have that going for it. But chat, do let me know if it is too quiet or too loud. Well,
I can adjust that. Hold up. Oof.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Watch Together likes to blow out your ears.
a lot of the time, yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, welcome. I know we did something last week, but here we are again, back in New London. Let's do some character introductions before we get going, so that people know who's who, and perhaps what or where each of you fit in within the world of darkness. Perhaps your affiliation, maybe a bit about what you do to stay sane in the purgatory that is the unlife of a kindred within Chronicles of Darkness. Why don't we go left to right, as seems obvious, and so we'll start with Nas. Who are you playing?
Always on the left, aren't I?
No, sorry.
I am playing Caligo. She is a mech het, hollow, in the Invictus Covenant. She has very much a 20s noir detective sort of vibe, with a dark bob and an oversized jacket with a collar up, and very serious personality.
Okay.
Oh, she does have a job. Sorry.
Yeah,
She has a job on the side where she basically takes odd jobs here and there for the public, not just vampires.
as a bit of a sleuth.
Yeah, sleuth detective sort of thing.
Okay. And Queso.
All right. Alexander is a member of the local forensics division, and he kind of has an opposite role to Caligo, in which he's in position to cover up and obfuscate when the police get involved with kindred affairs.
Okay. What type of vampire are you?
Alexander is a Nosferatu,
Right.
which is the creepy, often ugly, and gross type.
Yeah. It's worth noting that Nosferatu in Requiem don't necessarily have to have a physical disfigurement, as I think you find in Masquerade. Now, your Bane, if you will, can manifest in other ways as a Nosferatu in Requiem, and we'll find out a bit more about that when it comes up. All right. This disfigurement is his teeth. Yes.
Yeah.
And his overly wide-
He's got some other stuff too that'll show up eventually, I'm sure.
too many teeth, overly wide smile, and other.
Must give his dentist hell.
All right. And Sis.
Oh, it's my friend. Hello. I am playing today Jordan Blackhurst, the trustworthy bartender that you speak to you all your words. He sits there and he listens. Not saying a thing, but serving you drinks to ply that tongue of yours. He is of the Maquette clan, of the regular variety. And he is a somewhat, well, he's part of the Kafir movement, but he doesn't participate in such things as he is a rather confused individual who's just trying to make his way in the world, given that he has no idea why he was changed into one such as he, or what purpose that he will serve. So he is just trying to make the best of this lonely but somewhat lucrative situation that he's currently in.
Okay. And last but not least, Sammy.
I am playing Seraphine DuPont, and she is brand new embraced. So she is still figuring it out, but she is a diva, formerly a human scientist, and she'll continue her pursuit of personal improvement in her new unlife, and she is also looking for her sire. That's where she's starting. I'm not really going to go into too much because I don't want to ruin part of her journey for people watching.
Okay, point of note. Show of hands, he says, with no cameras visible. Who is still in contact with their sire and or their sire is active?
Me. Being sassy.
His sire is active, but he's unaware of where he is or what he is doing, or in fact who he is, despite what I've sent you. He doesn't know any of that.
That's fine.
Alexander, I think, is aware of him, but I don't think there's much more than the business relationship of, hey, you're in a useful place, do this for me.
Take advantage of it.
The main transaction already happened.
Okay. Could you drop me a name for them when you get a chance, Queso, as well?
Okay, I'll think of a name.
Okay. All right. A few admin things that we do need to get out of the way. This is usually the format that we will start the sessions on. And the first point of order at the start of a session is to have a look at the previous video to see if you guys got any community beats. Now, I can tell you there was no comments on the previous video, but it was only session 0, so that doesn't. So 0 community beats to hand out. You guys recall what beats are, how they work, why they're useful, important, etc., or do we need a quick refresh?
Aren't they like
exchange them
experience?
for experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's what the DM uses to bludgeon us with.
Yeah.
Beats are essentially your way of leveling up. There isn't necessarily like you're now level 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. in Requiem. It is essentially, it's a powerful thing, Jim. It's a powerful thing. They are your way of generating more dots in things, which is how you level up. So 5 beats equals 1 XP. XP can then be spent on various things. I'm pretty sure we put it in the Discord what you can buy things with, and if not, we can figure that out. None of you have got much by way of beats at the moment. Now, I do believe there is on your sheets, I think it's in the lower right corner of the first page. Open my sheet and I can have a quick.
There is lower right a spot for experience
And
beats.
And beats, yeah.
So underneath that is beats. So, for being here today, you all get a singular beat. Good job.
Can someone
Fantastic.
send me
Shit,
the...
I gotta get a notes thing up.
Yeah, did someone actually take notes on the beats last time? Because I totally forgot. Like
last
the
mission or
the
last-
transfer.
The cost.
Oh, it's
From beats to
somewhere.
experience.
It's somewhere. Hang on, I have it somewhere.
We have the
think I have it in
experience to
top
dots, but I don't know where the
Yeah, so it's 5.
Yeah, because
five
I
beats
did
is-
not write that down. So
5 beats is 1 XP, and then your experience to dots is, I think it's at the.
I'm not sure if it's the same. I think that's
so what does the XP do?
you spend that
forgot.
to get
literally
dots.
just So,
skills or
Okay.
rapid attributes. They each cost
Oh,
something different.
Thank you.
Or you
uh,
regain lost willpower,
so
endowments, cap over that.
on page
different game.
83 of the book, on the second half of the Vampire Quick Reference, you can see how much XP per dot in various things.
Thank you.
That's your reference for that. There's also some very useful quick reference bits there. So head out. We will also
I'm gonna add that to my mysterious notes.
Fair enough. Yeah, do make use of that. It is a very powerful thing to be able to keep the notes and track of everything there. Okay, we are going to be adopting group beats as well, which is something that we are importing from the Hunter, the visual game that we did. Essentially what this means is normally we would have given the person who rolls a critical success, 5 successes on their dice pool, a beat for doing so. However, instead of them getting a beat, you're just going to get a table beat, and then at the end of the session we'll add all the table beats together and see how many you've got. It is a way of speeding up the air quotes leveling process and allowing you guys to acquire new things a little bit quicker. I think given that the chronicle, which is what the term for campaign is in these games, is a shorter number of sessions than our standard kind of D&D games, I don't mind giving you guys a bit of a boost when it comes to XP generation, because some of your dots that you need to buy are going to cost like 4 XP, 5 XP. So you're looking at what, 20? So 5 XP is 25 beats. So it's a chunk. But we'll worry about that as we go. We also did, I believe, your starting Vitae rolls in the previous session to identify just how much Vitae you have, essentially.
None.
And I think some of you rolled very, very low. So what is everyone's...
Most of us did.
What's your current Vitae?
2.
2.
4.
Okay. Now, this is important because the lower your Vitae, the more likely you are to kind of go a little bit, feral, basically. So Vitae is like your lifeblood as opposed to the blood you feed on. When you feed on blood, your body turns it into Vitae, or Vitae. And it is kind of like a component you find in your blood. It turns the blood slightly darker, maybe slightly syrupy. It has the usual metallic smells of blood, but it also has a subtle sweet smell to it, like a fruity wine. So it is slightly different to regular blood. So yeah, some of you are going to wake up with a very, very mighty need in order to sort of deal with things of your evening. And I think what we should do is we should start going around the table to find out what people are up to of an evening. And I'm going to completely randomize this. So the music for me is a little bit loud.
Smidgen.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
I also apologize if I cough in anyone's ear during the session.
Oh, I'm good. Okay. You should all have a vitae. I'm going to keep saying that wrong for some reason. You should all have a vitae tracker on your sheets as well, so make sure your dots in that match your starting day. We've already established that some of you are very low. How about we get you all to roll us a D20 to see who we're going to switch the camera over to first. Oh my. Okay. Alexander. It is a say a Friday night, not too long after sundown, of course, when kindred rise. You have a problem. You are very hungry. Where do you call home?
Where's
you have
the map?
I can move back to the map. Yeah, I meant more just descriptively.
Oh, more descriptively. Yeah. It's not in a bad part of town, but it is on the lesser side, not an efficiency, but a basic 1-bedroom,
okay,
1-bath kind of apartment.
Okay, yeah, enough for an individual.
Yes.
Okay. I'd imagine maybe. Well, you tell me, in a noisy place. The red dot, I believe, was where you wanted to have your pub or your tavern in.
Yes.
Drinking hole. So that's fine. We'll get to that in a bit.
Red dot?
It's gone now.
Oh, it was just
it was there.
Or...
Yeah, it was the red square. Okay.
It was about there, yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's
So maybe in the vicinity of that. So you're on the edge of the pink area to the north, a little bit up that small tributary is beginnings of the financial district. To the east, you have kind of more of a religious area. There's a big tube station there, so there's a tube station. The underground was something that was adopted here, basically based off of the London Underground, so somewhat efficient, but a cheaper means of sort of transportation around the city proper. The area around the Dark Repose would be a good shout. You are close enough to attract people with money, but just enough away that people can kind of drown their sorrows and put the rat race behind them. Right. What has Alexander been up to recently? Interesting cases.
I'd say there probably was part of why he is so starved is because there have been a small rash of messy feedings where he's had to basically fabricate results, contaminate others in order to keep the fact that these are like vampire related things outside of the realm of possibility for those who may be looking for it.
And would you say your instructions to cover up come through your sire contact?
That would make the most sense, yes.
Yeah, okay. So before you really have a chance to sort of get out and about and feed, bring yourself back up to strength, there will be a knock at your door.
Yeah, Alexander will adjust his clothing. He did go to torpor, sleep. I don't remember how that works exactly.
Yeah, so you have like a regular sleep. Torpor tends to be like a longer term thing.
That's what happens if I don't get that meal.
Yeah, essentially. So torpor is like the long, not quite final death, but it's basically where you go into like a coma, for want of a better word, and it's something that if you take too much damage, you can be knocked into torpor. You can also, if you have too much, I don't want to go too much into it, but if you get too much kind of power and kind of problems with your blood potency in your blood itself, you can kind of take a long rest. It's not uncommon for some kindred to, maybe they don't like the 50s or the 60s or whatever, and they just go to sleep for a couple of decades, wake up and experience a new world around them. Equally, it's also not uncommon for forcible torpor as a punishment for people who perhaps have stepped out of line or caused an issue for perhaps the regent or the prince themselves in the city. Now, I would say you probably haven't had reason to meet the prince, but you certainly would be aware of who they are, and they are definitely a formidable figure within the city. The closest you may have got to is the regent for your area. The area is known as the Lombardia ward, and it is largely Italian influenced in terms of its origins, perhaps less so now. There's been several decades where styles have mixed, but this would certainly have been the areas where the Italian refugees have set up shop when they first got here. But yeah, the torpor's like a long sleep, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you would just go you just sleep through the day. That's just it. You don't have to sleep through the day. Incidentally, you can, as long as you're in somewhere that's dark, you can do stuff. But you're gonna, I think you lose a point of vitae doing so. But can't really afford that, so you would have slept it off. And I'm actually, I think it costs, if I remember correctly, I think it costs you a point of vitae to actually wake up. Given that you're on, you said you're on 2?
1.
Oh, you're on
1.
Okay. We'll assume that you've spent that to wake up and you are on 1, because hitting 0 is frenzy. So.
Yeah, that's well.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna roll up a new character.
Well, you just go and murder hobo somebody basically, if you give in to the beast. But that's not a concern yet. we'll deal with that if and when we get to it. So
Okie dokie.
there is a knock on your door.
Yes.
Kind of casual, very not like an urgent knock or anything like that. Just knock, knock.
Yeah, that's not a common thing for Alexander. So he gets up, he adjusts his button-down shirt that he fell asleep in, and walks to the door. He looks through the peephole.
On the other side, there is a short, dark-haired, ethnically Asian-looking woman, wearing perhaps a leather jacket, short, dark red top, hair just past the shoulders, big round gold earrings, and kind of just like a very unamused look on her face. And as you kind of peep through, you're gonna hear, "Come on, man, I can hear you through the door. You gonna let me in or what?"
Oh, yes. Alexander quickly unbolts, undoes the deadbolt, undoes the little chain, and opens the door. Good evening.
There's an individual who you've probably met before. Her name is Sabrina. She is something of a gopher even, a thrall of Charles.
Ah.
She'll just walk in and be like, do you not check your phone? You have a phone? He's gonna kind of like look around. So she's gonna look around your apartment.
Alexander closes the door, redoes the locks and such, and like kind of quickly walks across and finds that he had left his phone on silent, and probably opens it to several missed calls and texts.
Yeah, essentially missed calls, texts from an unknown number, kind of half of the course.
Usually not this past day, I think, though.
Huh.
So,
Also got something.
how can
for
I be
you.
of service?
You look rough, by the way. Anyone tell you that?
Yes.
Like, do you need some clothes? Maybe go to the Goodwill when you get a chance and get something that's presentable. Damn, and you look rough in other ways. You good?
I have not had the time lately to feed myself properly for reasons you may be aware of.
Huh. Yeah,
He does look mildly offended about the clothes, though.
Well, before I forget, he's gonna kind of like pull her bottom eyelid down and look up towards the ceiling, and you'll see a mark tattooed on the sort of the underside of her eyeball. This is a owner's mark, essentially, that identifies her as Charles's brow. A bit like a QR code, or if you've seen like Blade, where they use like the UV kind of markings to sort of show off the areas where kindred frequent, that kind of thing. Just so you can see that she is who she says she is, and that she kind of is here on his behalf. It's a courtesy thing.
Very good.
Right. Well, I brought the file for you, and I'm not here to be your snack. So here's
He holds out a hand, a gloved hand.
She's got she'll give you like a paper file, but then she's also got a thumb drive, and she's like, do you even have a laptop?
He glances over to like the living room where an ancient like brick of a laptop sits.
Like
I do.
Like a dumpster dive recovered, like thrown together salvage thing.
Does it even have a USB port? Like,
it does. It's only got one though.
That's how old. Do you have to choose between using a mouse or a USB?
No,
it's got the little.
Still on Windows 95.
Little.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the little red.
The little.
You got that little red dot.
It's got the red dot.
Do you still have Clippy on yours?
Oh, absolutely. Never
With the old dial-up
Yay,
internet
Clippy!
that you
Windows
can't use if
95.
you're using the phone.
Just Clippy pops up. Hey, looks like you're trying to cover up a murder.
You need help with that.
That you lift up the phone, you can hear the dial-up tone.
Yeah. So he takes the flash drive and after a not so brief boot up sequence, he copies the I assume you want this back.
No, touched it. Keep it. Or I can spend a few bucks, get another.
Okay. And he starts.
You gonna be able to manage this?
Do I have a choice? He just kind of tilts his head and is like, just a little smile. We'll make do.
I don't normally do this, but if this never gets back to anyone else, and she's gonna kind of like just pull her arm, like the sleeve of her arm up, and show you essentially a puncture mark where another kindred is clearly fed on her recently. You can tap me for a little bit, but I'm gonna add that to your score, like your debt.
You can see a intense expression comes across his face as he is clearly running the numbers. Because you've got someone who's already been tapped once today, like recently. And he is not feeling like a small tapping is gonna cut it. And if he goes too far, that's a lot more than just a little bit added to the tab. What's the control checks?
So, I believe it is when you're feeding, I think it's a breaking point if this.
Yeah, if I were to feed, it would be one of them. It was a.
Get this.
Is that willpower?
Yeah, so you can spend willpower to stop like frenzying. I like to kind of make the feeding thing more of a narrative element, which you can do, but there's also a chance that things can go wrong. So
this is more of a do I or don't I, not necessarily the do I go too far, but do I even put that ball in motion and risk it? Because like if he goes feeding somewhere else, it's got its own set of risks, but it's something that with his plans might be more easily covered up than accidentally murdering the
gopher,
the gopher. So
let's see. Trying to find the frenzy stuff.
Just the role of, is this a good idea or not? Which it is not. But it's a choice of two bad choices, so.
Vampire faces danger, hunger, or threat. The beast goads them to immediate and extreme response, usually meaning a blood-soaked frenzy. Frenzy comes from many sources, but always shares the same response. End the problem by any means necessary. When faced with strong enough stimulus, the vampire risks losing control of the beast. It can temporarily hold the monster inside, but you must face the monstrosity. Either you'll force it down, or the beast overwhelms. And then there is modifiers suggested for potentially dealing with frenzy, and obviously hunger. Just so you all know, hunger of 4 or fewer vitae is a -2 dice pool to any frenzy rolls. So you're all probably very hungry.
Yeah.
But here we go. So you can essentially spend a point of willpower to hold off the beast and kind of keep control when you feed. And then you must make a resolve composure roll to kind of figure stuff out. So if you're looking for I keep control, it would be a resolve composure roll, I would say. Would probably be your best option. If you want to dice roll, identify if you want to do the thing or not.
Yeah, I think I'll.
That's a
go with
do
that.
I give in to it or not?
Yeah, because like, do I take the risk now, or do I take the possibly less consequential risk? But yeah, modifier.
God damn.
Okay.
So that's called a critical success. It would appear that you are very familiar with being this low on vitae. Like running on fumes might be something that you're perhaps more comfortable with. 5 successes counts as a critical success, which means you get a group beat. Congrats.
Damn. Nice.
And what I'll say is, you think that you could probably safely take, with a critical success, I'll let you, if you want to, I'll let you feed on her and take up to 4 vitae from her without causing her to collapse. She's just going to get very lightheaded, groggy.
She'd be in the drained category, right?
She would be very, very low. Excuse me,
Yeah.
low, yeah.
I will take 2, yes.
Also, whoever fed on her before didn't do their due diligence, because essentially your saliva can close up a puncture wound. So you literally can just close the wound by
Licking
it, like you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so Alexander, eyeing the arm, takes off his right glove. That he's just wearing some basic like leather gloves. Takes off the glove slowly and reaches out, and on the palm of his hand is another mouth, which he gently places over the bite mark and begins to feed that way.
she's gonna grimace, and then after a moment, kind of like make awkward eye contact with you.
He smiles. Thank you. And then there is the sensation of his hand licking the wound before he lets her go.
God.
And puts his glove back on.
Fucking damn it, Queso.
Alright.
Son of a bitch.
Weirdo.
She's gonna sort of scratch the skin that's now a little bit pink where the wound will have healed over, and kind of just, thanks. 10
Thank
large
you.
added to your debt. So you know.
Naturally.
Oh. Boss said once you've had a look at the case, he wants you to head over to Cossetti's.
Right. Corsetti's.
Corsetti is...
Above table is, that's...
Yeah, Moosehorn's Corsetti is the... not to confuse the terminology. She is the regent in charge of the Lombardia ward. She has a... So the regent, she is one of several regents that make up the council that report to the prince. So she's pretty high up in terms of pecking order, and she manages this particular region called the Lombardia ward. So if a problem is serious enough to have garnered her attention, then you're maybe a step or two at most away from the prince, essentially at that level. Cause she owns an art gallery as well as some property nearby.
Okay, so she's got a few things going on. Okay. I will head there shortly.
Okay, good. And less people know that this happened, and she's gonna kind of just like with a finger kind of point to like your gloved hand, and the better. I don't want people given reputation.
My lips are sealed.
I'm gonna kind of just shudder and be like, right, I'm done. And out she goes.
Yeah, so he'll look over the files and
So the files, there's not a huge amount of information in, but there is a couple of still images of a blood. This music does not fit the music. Sorry. I'm just like, what the fuck? This is the bar music. Like, hello?
I'm just saying now that Alexander has been fed, he's just laying out on the couch, smoke in
chilling,
hand,
yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Right?
yeah, the smoke in hand. Can you imagine?
How much do you owe to this lady already? Is my question.
Lots.
Probably too much.
So the footage on the stick is kind of the biggest thing, but there are there's a couple of pages where there are missing relating to a missing person. The individual is identified as a youth, perhaps we'll say 9, 10. They reported missing 48 hours ago. And there are some images that have been essentially stills from a camera that there are two kind of blurred, distorted shapes either side of the kid that's been kidnapped. You would know that naturally kindred have a ability to basically not be seen on cameras and things like that, and this is kind of one of the ways that manifests.
Okay.
The footage that is on the stick is essentially what's little is captured of the kidnapping itself. The two blurred individuals are at sort of one end of this alleyway. It's not the best footage. It's kind of grainy. Like, clearly it's like a back alley. Someone's just got a camera set up for security purposes, and it's not the best, but it gives you a bit more information that at least that you need to know. The two blurred shapes essentially flank the child, and you can see the child kind of look between them, and then they develop a bit of a smile, perhaps a smile that is maybe a bit too wide, a bit too happy for a child that previously was kind of maybe scared or confused or apprehensive about these two individuals that have approached. The three shapes then begin to move, and you can see what they're doing on the child, who is skipping in time with the movement to the other shapes as they move out of the alleyway. Your clues here are that the shapes, obviously, the obfuscation of the kindred is an obvious sign. You're used to seeing that, and the speed with which they moved from the end of the alleyway to arrive at the child was not human. It was too fast. And then
All right.
there's the quick attitude of the child.
All right. So that's the sort of thing that I would need to... With this evidence here, is this already been stolen and I need to, like, replace it or modify it, or...
Usually you're supposed to just fix it,
Okay.
but given that you've also told that Cordetti wants to see you,
That's got to
Sounds
go
like
on the back
this-
burner for a little bit.
it sounds like there's more to it.
Oh, those things may be related.
Correct. Whilst you ponder these things, why don't we switch the camera over one of our other kindred? I believe Caligo, next highest on the roll. I would love another coffee, thank you. Is Sass might not be. Are you there, Sass?
I'm here.
Okay. You're next up. So you woke up with how much vitae?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys.
We're all in a rough state, dude.
Yep. Okay. Where would Caligo wake up?
In the basement of her once family home.
Okay.
It's a little 2-story, one of those like really squished buildings that are like kind of condo style, but it's like really tall and narrow.
Okay.
She has lots of neighbors.
She doesn't like the neighbors, did you say?
She has lots of neighbors.
Oh, she has lots of neighbors. Okay. Again, it is a stormy night. The rain is falling. You wake up, and whilst you're not quite as hungry as Alexander was, also, did we establish? Did any of you know each other prior to this? Sorry to just yank away slightly. I think you're all unknowns. Although, wasn't there talk of Alexander perhaps frequenting?
Yes, Alexander is
Jordan's bar?
a frequenter of the Dark Repose.
Okay, cool.
I have also been to the Dark Repose, but whether or not they noticed me there is another story.
Okay, that's fair.
As far as Jordan's aware, he's probably met you guys occasionally, but he doesn't know that you're kindred. Obviously.
Well,
You're probably like, who's this emo bitch?
so when it comes to other kindred, animals recognize other animal. The beast recognizes the beast in somebody
okay.
else.
So you'll know if there's a
So,
kindred near you.
unless you are doing specific things to hide it, you kind of would have like a it's like you have a quick stare off when you bump into another kindred kind of thing. It's just a vibe. You don't have to act on it, but it would be like you kind of, you know, when a cat sees another cat and they go side on and the hairs like stand up and they look stupid. Less stupid, but maybe the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up when you see somebody that you don't recognize, but you instantly get that vibe that there's someone just as lethal and deadly hiding behind those eyes as yourself, kind of thing.
Okay, all right. Well, he would know then.
Yeah. I would certainly be aware of what they are, maybe not perhaps who they are. Okay.
I mean, it is a place where kindred and people frequent, so he is aware.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You probably know her from ordering drinks, and that's really about it. Aside from that, you probably just don't recognize seeing her actually sit anywhere in your place. But yeah, I've ordered drinks from you at least.
Where is it that Calgo conducts her business? Is it sort of from home, or do you have an office space somewhere?
It is from home. So she has it set up kind of where the upper stairs are where she actually does her like planning and shit. The bottom or the first floor is where she meets with clientele, and the bottom floor is where she sleeps.
Okay. So you wake up. Rain is hammering against the windows, albeit probably blacked out. Or at least behind some very fancy light blocking curtains so you're not getting toasted in your sleep. Wake up with a bit of a hunger. You're not quite at the famished stage, but perhaps it's been a night or two where you haven't fed.
This hunger is actually pretty common for her. She feeds few and far between because she doesn't really enjoy the act of feeding.
Okay. And what is on Caligo's agenda today? Or this evening? Night.
There's been a string of like petty larceny that she's been looking into. People have been like throwing Molotovs into people's garages, into people's trash cans. Just not enough to actually cause a huge problem, but enough to warrant like someone looking into it that isn't just the police. I'm kind of useless lately.
So a regular Friday night.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe
She's narrowed it down to like some gang initiation bullshit.
Flux of prospect earning their wings. Okay. Well, with 2 vitae, you have a bit of a priority in needing to deal with matters. How would you intend to resolve your... What's your go-to, or where is your go?
She finds herself kind of actually heading towards the criminals she's tracking down.
Okay.
That way she gives herself some sort of like, well, they deserve it kind of feeling.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Not just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll assume that your lead or leads indeed take you to kind of this we'll assume it's house party going on not too far away, but basically Mummy and Daddy are away and there's a bit of a turn up, you've got the alcohol, you get in kind of vibe. There's some underage drinking going on, there's some mixtures of gang elements in there, and there's enough music and partying and whatnot to potentially, whilst might not get much in the way of information, you certainly find yourself in something of a target-rich environment. Lots of drunk people. When I say young, for a party, it would be like 18, 20, like that kind of age group. And then some of the gang members maybe being a bit older, like early 20s, and like... what's the name of the gang that you've been tracking down? What do they... What's their trade?
Their trade is a lot of territory based.
Okay.
So they just really want a lot of territory
X
to
and brackets
do
and shit?
smuggling and like
Okay.
dealing. Yeah.
Okay.
As for a name, shit, I'm not good with this kind of shit.
Insert name of gang when we figure one out. That's fine.
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Because my brain goes to like known gangs in the US, and I'm just like, nah, I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. How old does Caligo look? Early 20s? Young? Or-
Yeah, she presents as like early 20s.
Okay. Not too old to not fit in.
Right. But a lot of her stuff is just basically being a wallflower.
Yes. it
Since
is.
she has the obfuscate, what is it?
Discipline?
Face in the crowd.
Yeah. So you can kind of go in and be
Just
there, but
basically
not memorable.
Walk around the outside
essentially.
without being, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a particular type of target?
Someone who is giving a lot of orders without doing much themselves.
Okay. You roll some stuff. Have a look at this spot here. Pop it out. Now we established that perception rolls aren't a thing, right?
I believe
Right, it's the wits.
composure.
It's the wits composure
Composure.
roll. So why don't you give me a wits composure? Okay.
Oh, I have it on 8 again. Sorry, hang on. What was that without 8 again? Just to be still 3.
It would
8
be
and above, right?
2, I think.
8 and above?
Yeah. Because the
So
last
do 3. I have a 9, 8, and 8. Well, yeah, 2.
Yeah, so your dice would have stopped at the 3. The last 3 wouldn't have rolled.
Yeah.
So, but either way, a single success is a success, right? It's critical success.
Mhm.
So there's nothing, 1 success to 4 successes is the same outcome. Okay, you'll spot a guy. He seems to be kind of surrounded by people who are kind of like maybe not as drunk as everyone else. Maybe some of them are, helping ply some of the more easily influenced around the party to try some of this new drug that they're trying to basically get kids hooked on. And you'll see he's kind of like dishing out the orders. He's instructing his guys who to target, and he's picking out some younger guys, maybe like a bit of a frat group, and then he's got like a group of younger girls who he sort of trying to get a little bit more friendly with. And then he's like, right, gotta take a piss. Keep an eye on the stash. Get up and make his way upstairs.
I will certainly follow.
You'll find him sort of as he's walking past the bathroom. There's the faint smell of vomit from within, and the sound of somebody retching inside. You can hear him like, fuck's sake. Goes to one of the bedrooms and moves to the corner of the room.
As he would.
Unzips. Hear the trickle.
She's suddenly wrinkling her nose, but she's moving in.
Okay.
Nothing like being caught with your pants down, and then she just like...
He's gonna be like, what the fuck? Frantically try and zip himself up. I'm assuming you just go straight in for a nom.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a D4.
D4. 2.
Okay. So, give me also a wits composure roll.
Wits
as you
composure.
sink your teeth in. Sorry, resolve composure. My bad.
Sorry, okay, resolve composure. Let me reroll that.
Sorry.
0.
Ooh.
Okay. Sink your teeth into this guy, and for whatever reason, perhaps it's your hunger, struggle to let go. Tap him 4 points of the day, and you keep going. Another D4.
Another 2.
He begins to feel quite limp in your arms as you're feeding. He's a big guy, but you're a vampire. The weight of a body isn't something that you have to necessarily worry about. But he begins to kind of like go limp. He's, what are you doing? Just this. Give me another resolve composure. Or you could spend a point of willpower to pull yourself.
This one.
You are lost in the practice of feeding. You were very hungry. The beast for a moment was in charge. The control that you find so familiar briefly abated. But you manage to pull yourself away before you finish the last of his blood. He is unconscious in your eye.
Close the wound. Stare for a while.
His heartbeat is soft, very low. He'll live, but that was close.
He'll be out of it for a while.
Very, very close. You take a total of 6 vitae from him.
All right.
Damn. She cracked him open like a Sunny D.
Yeah. I'll tell you now, he didn't have much more to go, so yeah.
Hey, you can go up to 10 before they actually die.
And I'm assuming you extract yourself from the environment. Are you just leaving him in the room, by the way, or what are you doing with him?
I will leave him there with his pants down, in his own puddle of piss.
Sounds good.
If I can, I'll even arrange his face to be in the piss. I don't really care right now about this guy.
Sure. I mean, he's unconscious. Fuck it. Yeah. You make it look as though he's maybe
Ye old Skyrim route.
leaning up against the wall to take a piss and then just passed out in his own puddle. Okay. And you are sneaky, unobserved, and you will leave. As you are leaving the party, though, you will get a notification come through. Works. Mail, guess?
My little phone email, yeah. I have a phone. I don't ever use the voice call because no one can hear me anyway, so why bother?
The email will basically read, okay, yeah, it will read, your services are required. Matter needs investigating. Have a reputation for compartmentalizing and delivering on certain matters. Please arrive at the offices of Corsetti at your earliest convenience.
Just a quick response of done.
We are about halfway through the first part of the session. and we've still got 2 to go. So why don't we take a quick break now, and when we get back, we'll find out what Jordan and Seraphina have been doing this evening.
Session 1, some hungry motherfuckers.
Very hungry.
Hungry hippos.
All right. I'm going to pop the intermission
Hungry,
stuff
hungry
up.
vampos.
And we're going to take 5 minutes, go to the toilet, stretch your legs, grab a drink, all that fun stuff. And we will be right back.
So, Sass, How does it feel to nearly crack open a drug dealer like a Sunny D?
She's not thinking about it. In her head, it was like it would have been one less criminal in play, but not something for her to decide.
I was thinking that if you went frenzied or killed him, would that mean that you would be on Alexander's radar?
Depends.
Who
I
knows?
mean, if you definitely possible. But if you hide the body properly, it won't be, because to be on Alexander's radar, the cops have to find it.
I don't think cops will care too much about a drug dealer being found dead, to be honest.
Yeah.
They might when I possibly tip him off about this location.
They don't know. It's you tipping him off, though.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you left him with his throat torn out, that might be a problem.
I cleaned up after myself.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you had...
a polite vampire. Napkin and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, to be on Alexander's radar, you'd have to have made it be something out of the ordinary, or, like in the case of this child kidnapping, possibly.
Doesn't look like a child. To me, it sounds like the child was the kidnapper. just throwing
It
it
may
out
have
there.
been one of those things where, like, the child is the problem, and the two got the hit with the whatever the mind control aspects, or no, something else, but hit with the other
Dominate.
thing. But it's also possible the child was hit with the Pied Piper, and that's why they skipped off. Though it's
I'm willing to bet that the child is not the victim here. She is
it's a mage.
the mastermind.
Well, she'd be blurry too if she were a vampire, so.
Oh, if she was a mage, she wouldn't even be worried about you or any other vampires just in general.
Exactly. That's why she smiled. It was
It's
like,
like, yes, you caught me. Well, what are you going to do about that? Nothing. Here I go.
But is the blurring through the use of obfuscate, or is it just the natural state?
That's a natural state, right? Like they
Wait, what? Sorry.
impact technology just by
the obfuscate. Yeah, it's the first level is base. You have it basically for an entire scene. Should you choose to use it with no spending of anything?
More specifically, the camera thing. Like, is that
the camera thing
for kindred, or is that based for obfuscate?
I think in this world for Zhang, it's based for kindred, where vampires show up as like a blurry weirdness to the cameras. My character specifically, nothing will show up for cameras.
I feel like for my character, they just won't notice that he's there on the camera. Literally, he could be standing there right in front of you, and he just like, yeah, there's nothing there. It's clearly right there in front of you, but he's nothing there.
A vampire is not a blurred mess in a photograph, but for some reason never seems to look at the camera, or the flash smears the image, or it goes over or underexposed.
Something happens with the footage, basically.
It tends to, but photos never go quite right. But it's not necessarily blurred.
Auspex is super senses, yeah, you're right. Dominate is control the mind. Majesty is to command trust and adoration. Nightmares, terror. Obfuscates, stealth and distraction. Protein is ability to shapeshift.
If the child is the victim, then this is very easily a majesty or dominate situation.
and empathy is to command animals.
Be right back.
And the ones that aren't technically available because they're purchased through merits is Close the Dragon and I believe. And there's magic, Theban sorcery, and blood sorcery.
Mhm.
How do the Fae work in Chronicles?
The what?
I think the Fae dip into mage.
Because I think that's changeling the something.
Mm,
Yeah, it is changeling. Actually, yeah, you're right.
I think Kruak is mage.
What gibberish is being said?
Yes.
Proac is the
The crone.
the crone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't know if vampires can dip into mage work.
I think they can dip into mage with Theban sorcery, right? But it's not like
A vampire mage. Horrifying.
that's
Theban
terrifying.
is almost all rituals. I don't know how. There's no. I don't know how mage works, so I have no idea.
I feel like that like it is a mage can become a vampire, but a vampire can't become a mage.
Isn't there a specific clan that is mages that accidentally turn themselves into vampires?
I think so. I think that's a mage.
That might
still
be
within the
Requiem
mage.
specific though.
Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, it's not like it's like I like in comparison to like the power levels here, like in the two books, and it's to equate is like one is a car and the other one is a cargo ship. Like there is no feasible way to sort of cross them over.
I do enjoy listening to theory crafting.
I was just talking about mages.
No, before that.
Well,
Your
about
thoughts
about
on
the
the
child.
child. Yes.
Well, it's a trope, right? Like the child is the
Uh-huh.
predator,
You are
and not the other
wrong.
way around.
Yep.
Did you watch the It's not the Vampire Diaries. Is it the Night of a Vampire? I believe. But it's about the dude that is literally interviewing a vampire.
The film's called Interview with a Vampire.
Is it called Interview with a Vampire? Right.
You
Anyway,
talk
I
about
will-
the
I
one
will-
where it's Kirsten Dunst as a child.
Yeah.
Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
There was a short story about an interview with a vampire that was a lot of fun because the
The-
guy convinced the vampire he was a one of those things that eat vampires and scared it back into its coffin.
There is also a new series. So that vampire, the vampire that Tom Cruise plays in that is Lestat, and that is the same one that was in the Queen of the Damned film, where you got to see Lestat's origin story. And then there is another. I think there's a series coming out soon about
Lestat the vampire.
Lestat the vampire. So that's like all the same universe. But in Interview with the Vampire, you had Lestat turned. I can't remember what Brad Pitt's character was called.
Louis.
He basically, I think he turned the child so that he would have a companion, but it was also as like
No,
a
so
twisted
it was his
dig.
it was so his wife, quote unquote, turned the child.
Because they couldn't have kids. And then
Because
he was
because she wanted a companion.
yeah, and it's
They both-
forbidden.
And it's forbidden. And it turned right, the trope is that she used to lure child predators and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
That's her thing. So I think they got trapped in the sun chamber, and both of them got ashed.
Yeah.
I got 2 game-related questions.
Yes, it is.
Are we talking about what's her name?
Like Bell or something.
Are you talking about like Lestat and that's kid or a different one? It wasn't she turned by Brad Pitt's character Plague. He found her in a plague-ridden. He fed on her
Claudia.
Claudia. He fed on her and she was still alive. So they decided to turn her.
I can't
Like
remember.
her parent was dead via plague, like the Black Plague.
But yeah, turning kids is a no-no. Is in this world as well.
Become was it the immortal child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's so messed up though.
Yeah. Lewis changed her.
Yeah. Louis.
but question about the blurred kindred.
Yes.
Is the blurring the natural state of vampires, or is that
Yes.
specifically the use of obfuscate? Okay.
So it's the natural. So I know that it does mention that, like in pictures, it kind of doesn't necessarily distort them, but it can affect the film producing it properly, or it's I think they say that you never see the face properly or something like that. But no, I just thought, fuck it, just have like a glitch on camera where you have kindred or pictures are kind of just scuffed.
Okay.
Jim, yes, but also when you have a high potency or ancient vampire, that is the only way that they can actually get any sustenance. So yes, whilst it's as part of the laws, you're not supposed to do it. It also happens. Although
Isn't it different if it's willing?
I think the Camarilla are not a thing now in Requiem. I think that they maybe helped set up Kindred Society, but they are long gone, and Camarilla, I think, is now only an active thing in Masquerade. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Camarilla as a clan or a covenant, whichever one they were, isn't necessarily an active group. But yes, that was one of the original laws that was set out. I mean, the problem with it is that when you get to a certain power level, you can do what you want, right? Like, it might be against the laws, but the people who do it are the ones who enforce said
Made
laws.
the laws.
So, you know, if they're not being overly public about it to cause riots and whatnot, it's probably more of a quietly accepted truth or reality than anything else. But there was a table, I can't remember which page it is in the book at the moment, but the table basically says, you know, the higher your blood potency, the more that you have to feed on. Yeah. So when you get to blood potency 6 is when you can feed on kindred.
It's the only way to keep getting Vitae.
Correct.
that point.
Yep.
The other question was, so one of the like short-term aspirations that I had was literally to get fed, because I'm like, okay, this character needs to feed or he will die.
Yep.
So successfully completing an aspiration gets me a beat. Yes,
It does, but we will essentially do that. So I should have covered this at the start. You're correct. So we tick them off at the start of the session from the previous one. So what I would say is, if you achieve one of your aspirations over the course of a session, make a note that you have done so, and then when we do the admin at the start of the next session, have a new aspiration ready to go and basically say, I met this one last time, this is what I did, and you get the beat from it.
Okay. And it was 3 long, 3 short, or just 3 total?
3 total. The suggestion is you go with 1 long, 2 short, but you can have whatever makeup you want. What I would also say is don't repeat the same one. So, making sure you don't frenzy and feed properly being one is good. But if you then say, next session I also want to feed, then
I'm still hungry.
Yeah, it might be the case. Yeah, you're still hungry. But
yeah,
the last time we played Vampire, it was there was some low-hanging fruit on short-term aspirations where I was letting people get away with repetitive stuff, and they were.
My
just
short-term aspiration is to attend a session.
Yeah, a beat for that, right? It was like my short-term aspiration is to not die. I don't want to die. Like, right. Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So,
that's too bad. We're gonna have to make sure you don't get that beat.
that was the thing.
I've got 3 short-term ones and a long-term one.
Okay, you're only supposed to have 3 total, but what have people got?
2 short, 1 long.
2 short, 2 long. 2 short, 1 long.
God damn! What does this 4th aspiration thing come from? What is it with Australians and wanting
I know I didn't need it, but I added some because I could think of it at the time.
What I would say is, pick one of those 4 that you have in the bank for when you achieve one of your other ones.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, cool.
So if I'm going to go by the 3, right? If I'm going to go to my 3 top ones, short term is locate my sire and make a kindred ally. And my long term is make 1 scientific condition breakthrough.
Right. We need
because I could actually come up with it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Right, let's find out what Jordan is up to this evening. Otherwise, we're not gonna get
this evening. Will never end.
Like, for fuck's sake. But it's good. It's been good so far. So I'm sorry for those of you that have kind of sat by the side whilst we've been focusing on the individual, but this is a good way.
Well, this is how you got to get to start. So.
Correct. This is a good way to introduce, and we are potentially going to be running. I think I mentioned it before, and if I didn't, I know I initially said that we're probably going to do this for 10 sessions, but I have extended it to match up a bit more with the Tuesday campaign timeline. So the likelihood is that we'll be going for probably 15 sessions on this. Maybe more if we need to, but that's what I'm aiming for. Because the next plans are better when both games are going to be running simultaneously. I've been doing a lot of prep on that. Okay, so Jordan, what's your current Vitae situation? We're just assuming that you've spent your Vitae to wake up, and what you rolled is what you're left with, by the way. Going forwards, you need to have at least 1 Vitae to be able to pick yourself up from sleeping. Just so you...
Yeah, he has 2.
Okay. And I'm assuming you are underneath the Dark Repose?
Yes, so workplace basically is a very historic, well, not historic per se, a storied establishment that has gone through a lot of renovations, a lot of owners and such. It served as a bunker, a bomb shelter at one point, so that is where he lives. It is hidden underneath the establishment.
Okay. I did take the liberty of attaching a visual upstairs bar.
Oh, hell yeah, that's neat.
Nice, I like that.
A lot of history through the ages on the wall and whatnot, so I think that works. And then there's other areas of the bar that you can get to. Okay,
Yeah.
so you wake up in your little confines of your safe place. You actually took the safe haven merit as well, didn't you?
Yeah, safe haven and safe place and haven at 2 dots each.
Okay.
So yeah, it is like it is his place of residence, his safety net, his place to hide, and it's convenient that it's above the place that he also works, below the place that he works. So.
Okay.
well,
Remind me as well, do you have striking looks, or is it just Seraphina that has striking looks in the group?
Seraphina is the one that has striking looks.
Okay.
I say it won't be something that he'll probably pick it up at some point, but like at this point, the thing is though, like he doesn't want to be noticed.
Yeah,
so
I
his
get
striking
that.
looks kind of goes against that.
Striking looks doesn't
Yep.
necessarily mean you're beautiful either. It can be you're like horrifically disfigured. And
I've got striking
Yeah.
looks and enticing, so
Striking looks more like assaulting looks.
yep.
Anyway, so he wakes up, right? The first thing he'll do is that he will check his phone. So there's one thing that you always do in the morning or evening is you check your phone. And this will be the 19th day straight that he has to go to work because his co-worker has called out once again. He has not had a day off in 19 days. And I know it's a mood. I feel like it would be very realistic given his Vitae situation is that, yes, he hasn't had the opportunity and he's been subsisting on the secret menu.
The secret
after
menu.
shift.
Yep.
Yeah, the secret menu. It doesn't provide much. It just keeps him stable.
Allows you to wake up the next day, or night.
Yes,
even.
pretty much.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have your supply ready to go?
Yes, there is of course, he lives a moderate lifestyle.
Mhm.
He has resources of 2, so he can afford the most basics of pretty much everything. So he's not in the poorhouse like Alexander.
Or Alexander?
Poor Alexander with his he actually owns a laptop with more than one USB port.
Wow.
I know it's
And,
Such luxury.
Of
thrilling.
the special menu, do you have a particular favorite of the libations?
He picks anything that doesn't have any negative consequences to his faculties, because as blood carries over whatever drugs, whatever alcohol, whatever is in their system over to the person who's drinking it, he would probably pick something like the Nun, right? Just plain old Mary Jane, like I assume the Nun is just like the most plain drink that you
It's
can have.
it's filled with righteousness and devotion to duty.
Ah, delicious. Just what he needs to
Mm.
get through the workday. Righteous duty. Needs that righteousness in his life because he works in customer service. And, well, there you go. Let's just leave it
Perhaps
at
with
that.
a
Those...
slight peppery or Tabasco flavor to it.
I love it. A Virgin Mary. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So you you take. I just put into the chat, by the way, the list of available bloods or blood-related drinks that you can find on the special menu. There will, for your buy, we'll just assume that you have all of these available, all supplied by the fabulous and well-loved individual known as
Yeah, he is familiar with Lilybell because of the industry he works in.
Yeah, so since turning, you probably were familiar with him before, but now you are more aware of who and what he is. He is a large, rotund individual. Not that he,
yes,
not that he particularly needs to be shown off, but Lilybell.
he was most definitely introduced in a more personal way through his manager Arthur, who is not that he is aware of who Arthur works for, but Arthur definitely is a thrall of somebody.
That
Yeah, hello. It's the fat penguin. It's like a Joker cross penguin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tire.
Yeah.
Arthur is his manager, right? And he would have been introduced, right? He is basically the face of the business because someone has to be the face of the business because it is an establishment. He is one of the few, if anything, is the only one human that he is aware of that is aware of the secret underground.
Yep.
And for those, this is out of character, Arthur is thrall to Jordan's sire, hence why he runs the business for him.
He's your daywalker.
He's the daywalker. He's the daywalker for the bar and those who work there, effectively.
Okay. You have your bag of none.
My bag of none.
You
Yeah, I'll put
singular point of vitae.
Yeah. For me to wake up the next day to only have it disappear again. So he's still hungry, but not as hungry as he would be. You know, it's sort of like the way I would describe it is that, you know, you're in a rush to get to work in the morning and the only thing you can down is a cup of coffee before you jump into the car. That's literally the case here.
As you freshen up, sort yourself out, and I'm assuming make your way upstairs.
Yes. And if the schedule is correct, he is the host tonight. And in his establishment, the host is the individual that the kindred approach for the special meeting.
Okay. As you get upstairs, Arthur will kind of pop his hand on your chest. Not like suggestively or anything, just kind of like a hang on a sec.
Yeah,
now,
hold up, I need to talk to you.
You're strong enough you could just ignore him. Like, this is like a fucking leaf blowing into you for kindred versus human terms. Like, maybe not quite that light, but you know what I mean? Like, a human strength is not comparable. And
yeah, it's just like, yeah, I know what it is. It's like, yeah, hold up a sec, I need to talk to you sort of deal. Like,
and he's going to say, I need to tell you something.
please don't tell me they've called out again.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't it, but yeah. But that's the least of the problems that we have to worry about. So some people stopped by whilst you were sleeping, and they wanted to look at our camera footage of the back. They were, and he's gonna kind of like lean in, and he's like, they were here on behalf of the Italians.
Out of character, the Italians is the
Corsetti.
Corsetti, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right. The Lombardia is Italy, essentially. So think of whatever connotations you will of that information.
We're family.
Family, yeah, yes. They were very interested in a particular night a couple of nights ago, and well, they took the copies of the footage, and you were working.
What is it?
You were working that night.
What is it they hope to find? No one can get back there. I can't even touch the doors.
They wouldn't tell me. It's not my business, your business. And he kind of like nervously smiles. He's like, I know the things, but I'm not like of the things. So you were working. They want you to drop by and help them figure some stuff out based on what you might have seen that night, who was around or anything suspicious. I don't know. But they were pretty insistent. And hey, look, I'll cover your shift tonight, and you can just owe me one, and you should probably just get over there and deal with it. I wouldn't want. You know who they are, right?
I do. He know the reason why he knows who they are is that among the factions that frequent this place, a lot of them, like, because this place, because this side is an information broker, so in extension, any of the thralls and kindred that work under him are also information brokers or work for him. So he has received requests and or questions for information.
In fact,
and Jordan has this rather unique ability called dream visions.
Okay.
So
what is
once
dream
a night,
visions? Yeah, let me know about that.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay, so
I was looking at that
it
one
is
too.
on.
Didn't take it.
You didn't take it?
Nope.
Oh, awesome. Okay, we've reached a split here. We're different characters
You're not
now.
different.
Page 112 in the Vampire the Requiem book.
112, you said?
It's a mech hat specific merit.
Oh.
Got it here. Wow, it split it up so badly.
Yep.
Holy
Copy
crap.
pasting is rough sometimes. From
Yeah, I don't know. To
from
Val,
the-
it just.
I've had to reformat all of my shit.
I copied it from my notes. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it reads, your character's mechhet blood touches on the level of universal interconnectedness that her mind cannot truly grasp. However, sometimes it gives you her fleeting glimpses of insight and intuition. During the day, she dreams of what's to come in vague symbols. Once per night, when she meets someone new or visits a new place, make a blood potency roll. If successful, ask one question to the storyteller or the character's player. The question must fit with a yes, no, maybe answer. The answer reflects the last day's dreams.
Okay.
So So only maybe used once per place, once per person.
Yep.
I believe.
I see it. Yep.
But yeah, so
That's borderline like prophecy type shit. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's why he's asked about things, or is sent to places, or sent to meet people, because these people want him to answer a question on their behalf because of disability.
What you would probably be aware of then is that Blythe Borsetti, the regent of the Lombardia War, is very much the same business as yourselves, just at a higher level of gameplay.
Yeah.
They play
affects
the same
nations.
Game. Yeah, wow. Maybe
she
not
does nations,
but
we do.
Yeah, certainly a lot or more, maybe a bit more localized, but they are a power player when it comes to that kind of. But yeah, Arthur will be like, look, I'll cover your shift, and you can owe me one, and that's fine. But I had a little look at the film before they took it and wiped it. Kind of like leaning, it's like, it's a kid. They're talking about kids. Kid snatching.
But we don't even. We keep this place adults only for a reason. It doesn't matter if they're kindred or not. Like, if they look like a kid, they literally cannot be in here.
No, I out the back. But listen, they've said go and share what you know, and if it's nothing, it's nothing. But I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her. She's Italian, right? Family connected.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to say the M word, but
well, I'll go. I owe you one. Tell Eli that I am going to kick his ass when I see him next, because I swear to God, if I have to do another one of his shifts, I don't care. If he's hungover, I'm dragging him down here.
Yeah. I mean,
so
he has been acting with us. So, if he got roughed up.
Did I actually?
You did. Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Okay, all right. I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, it was that suspicious. One. Yeah. He's hence why I rolled with it. I was like, yeah, that one. Yeah. I'll probably be paranoid. But let's
it's healthy in this business.
Let's keep the powerful people satisfied, so that they don't have to come knocking around here again. Like they gave me the willies, man. Like, no offense. I mean, you've got a presence, an aura, even if you don't, try to show it and whatnot. But these guys were cold.
Well, I've never dealt with the higher ups myself, but I've seen the people they sent here from time to time, and they freeze my blood cold.
Okay, well, good luck, and good luck.
He will nod, and then he will turn around and go back down the stairs, because he is currently just suited up to work. So he's going to change into his civvies.
Okay.
And then he's going to make his way out of the because the bomb shelter, the shelter exists under the cold storage unit. which is basically the where all the drinks and all the blood and all the stuff is stored inside. So he has to walk out of the freezer and walk out the bar that way.
Okay.
Is there anybody that he's pretty familiar with the regulars? Is there anyone that's new in the bar as he begins to walk out?
Give me I want to say perception, but it's not. It's a wits composure roll.
And Trained Observer 1 is 9 again, Chris.
Okay, yep.
Apparently I didn't actually add that to my sheet.
Okay. Well, when you make the... Yeah, all you need to do is instead of making a normal roll at the top, you just change it to a 9 again roll after you've selected your... I think we'll select that and then select your stats. Okay. 3 successes. You have a look around, and nobody directly catches your eye. There's certainly just your regulars here. No one particularly suspicious stands out, and you are familiar with all of them. I'd say maybe a handful of people at this time. It will get busy soon, not quite yet, but...
Hey, it's what? It would be just after sundown, so what, 8 p.m.?
Yeah, 8, 9 o'clock, so not quite busy, but you're past the, people coming in for food and drink, and you're about to get into the, more of the evening crowd. It is a Friday after all. Okay.
If that's the case, if there's no one in here that catches his interest, that, he will proceed. Do they have Uber here?
Yep. Right, it's not too far. You're like maybe 4 blocks over. Like, it's not too far, but it is pissing it down. So there's that.
Yes. He's not a huge fan of the rain or running water. It makes him feel a little sick.
Yeah. Yep.
Side effect of being a Mekhet is he feels the mythological weaknesses of a vampire more than others. So like sunlight, running water.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a bit of a discomfort. Like if you're stood in the rain's coming down hard, the sensation of the running water even on your clothes and that settling. Just to be clear as well, both Sass and Sis are playing Maquettes. However, Sis is playing the OG Maquette. So their Bane is I think it's like Bane of the old. Is it Bane of the old ones? Or something? But it basically is as Sis just said. It's the one where you have you're more susceptible, more psychologically, but I think there are some physical elements to it as well, to the traditional vampire issues. Whereas
says it, whispering shades and forgotten lore lurk in your blood. Secrets and information still down to with substance into your vitae. Attuned to the otherworldly, vampires' banes express themselves more quickly in you. Sunlight, fire, and the long slumber of torpor pull at your dead body with a stronger tide.
There you go. As opposed to Sass, who is playing a hollow. Yep. Which is essentially it's different. Essentially,
we suffer from the haunted curse instead of the Tenebrous curse.
Correct.
Which means my shadow and my reflection is severed from my being and acts on its own will.
It's basically Peter Pan's shadow in the Disney cartoon, right? It's an asshole.
That mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got mixed emotions though. It wants to be your friend, but not happy with what you're up to. Anyway, just to be clear as to the distinguishing bits between the two. Okay, so you set out, you call an Uber, and you make your way to the Corsetti gallery and adjacent offices. Okay, and last but not least, we will move the camera over to Serafina. And
I think it's Seraphine.
you wanted Seraphine? But you were saying Seraphina, but Seraphine? How much Vitae did you roll?
4.
Okay, so you're on the cusp of being very hungry. You are
No.
kind of okay. Okay, and where do you wake up when the sun goes?
I do have 2 points in safe place, but I was going to play it off as like very new embraced, so I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay, so where would you call home? Would you have like an apartment somewhere, or would you maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. And
She was a wealthy little trust fund baby when she was human, so she'd kind of want at least some comforts. Doesn't have many of those at the moment because unlife, but
So maybe you have, I mean, it could be a variety of things. Do you have safe place or safe haven or whatever?
I have 2 in safe place.
Okay. So.
But I didn't do safe haven because I'll work up to it.
That's fine. So perhaps you find yourself in maybe an apartment of someone that you have shown an interest in recently. Their home is your home. You are attached but not obsessed with this particular individual, though they are, as a Deva, probably getting close to the point that you are ready to move on and find another muse from which to focus your attention on.
Lest I want to trigger my bane.
Yeah, which would explain why you're relatively well sated. You've had a regular source of nourishment and inspiration. What type of individual would be of interest to Seraphine?
It's probably
Your
people that want to. Yeah, it's probably people that would want to look after her. She's a little bit of a. She'll like to not have to worry about looking after herself. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a preference towards male, female, or are you not?
She is not bothered.
Okay.
As long as they're pretty. Fair.
Okay. So, the individual that you are shacked up with for the time being, should we say, is a lady called Mariah Miles. She is in her mid to late 20s. Average height, very slim build, dark brown eyes, very strong facial structure, almost good enough to be a model if she was taller. She has long, curly, black hair, and she is a chiropractor. So she has some... She is interesting in that she has been an interesting project for you, perhaps someone that you can play with and mold into a toy that you can use. They are not here currently. They are attending an exhibition of one of their friends. There is an invitation on the bedstand waiting for your attention. It is filled with a flourish of fancy, almost professional grade like calligraphy in it, with the little flourishes and kind of cutesy marks that are signs that she is certainly getting quite attached to you. And now you think about it, she does have something of an alcohol problem. That kind of annoys me. No.
She'll Seraphine will be like, ah. And then slightly move around to gather whatever she's gotten at this point. Maybe take a couple items with her that isn't necessarily hers, but
Maybe a memento.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she will slip out when she can. I don't know what time of the day it is.
So it's the sun's gone down. So you're looking probably at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And as you slip out the door, you almost run straight into Mariah as she's just about to put the key in the door. But, so glad I caught you. Why aren't you ready?
I just need to pop out for a quick moment. I'll meet you there.
Oh, okay. I'll. Yep, no, that's fine. That's fine. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll. Yeah. Okay. So she kind of like playfully kind of catches her keys in her hand and be like, I'll head there and I'll wait for you. My friends are so excited to meet you, and I'll get to introduce you to my artistic friend. They have a they have a fantastic exhibit opening up at the art gallery nearby, and we should go see it sometimes. They said they can get us in for a private tour, and it's fabulous, full of some very unique pieces. They're very, very smart and very, very creative with it. But anyway, we can talk about this when we get there. I'll meet you there. Remember, it's the Nocturne. It's the Nocturne. We're meeting there, and then we're going to be heading out after that. So don't be too long.
I'll be right behind you. She, in fact, is not going to be there.
say curiosity sparked. Devas, by their very nature, are very quick to move from one inspiration to another. Where are you heading?
She is
pretty privileged at work.
Yep, she's gonna go opposite side of fucking town so she can avoid being found by the friends and her discarded muse. And she's gonna go somewhere high class. She's going to scout somewhere
The Nocturne
where the
is-
elite go.
Yeah.
So
the
she
Nocturne
can
is-
find a new muse to
The
leech off
Nocturne
basically.
is in the middle of the financial district. Like, it is probably one of the fanciest establishments in the entire city. But if you're looking for, I mean, I'm gonna say, if you're looking for,
and she's going to the wealthy area because she's also going to be keeping an eye out looking for a sire. But
okay,
she's also looking for her for a new muse to kind of
okay. I mean,
help.
you've got in terms of rich areas, the area slightly to the north of you, there's not necessarily too many like pubs and things there, if that's what you're looking for. There is a place called the Ebon Vale, which is just in the sort of the parliamentary district, so you might find like a politician there. Alternatively, down south is kind of more of a artistic area, I would say, where you have a mixture of sort of wealthy and upper middle class people with these are the people that have their own boats, they have their own home.
Whichever's opposite to where that exhibition is.
Well, you are very close to that in the sort of the northern half of the city, so probably south.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just opposite ending it until like either she gets
Yeah.
Like-
okay.
well till she forgets or kind of gets distracted with something else. She cold, okay?
How are you?
Don't go be it.
How do you? Okay, you know what? As you are moving away from the previous focus, the muse, there will be a black. I'll say a limo. Limo works. A very elegant limo, very expensive, like a stretch Bentley or something, like very fancy. Black window will pull up alongside you. The door will open.
She'll obviously be turning her head to have a look, but she'll be keeping poised, but like side-eyeing it like, who the fuck's this car?
And inside, it's pretty dark inside, but there is a quite well-dressed individual. They are suited and booted, sort of fancy suit, but as soon as you kind of like look in and lock eyes with them, even though it's in the dark, you will get that sensation of your the hairs on your neck standing up. You get that instant knowledge that you and he are kindred. And he will lean out and say, "Are you going to stand in the rain all evening? Or are you going to get..."
Does she recognize them? Especially the voice.
I'm gonna say no. But there is not them directly, but there is a certain air of familiarity to the way they're saying things. Maybe it's an accent thing.
Well, she is a bit of an impulsive person, so she'll do it because they seem fancy. And they're similar to her, so they might have answers. So in she gets.
Okay.
Getting her away from that previous person anyway, so it's like it's win-win. She does have that junkie mask. Later.
He will even sort of, as you get in, he'll kind of like look you up and down. A bad date?
Oh no, it just fulfilled its time. That's all she'll say.
This happens rather too often, I'm afraid. You get used to it, though. Those of us with certain gifts are never truly alone too long. Let me address the matter at hand. I am here at the behest of an individual I would count as a friend. He has asked me to look in on you from time to time. They are elsewhere. Not really at liberty to discuss their matters if they haven't told you and explained it to you, far be it from me. Be your teacher, your stick. I have a matter that needs attending, and I'm led to believe that you are an individual with some level of gifts when it comes to understanding matters of science.
Yes.
Well,
I'm intrigued.
Good. I'm taking you to see the regent of the Lombardia Ward.
I don't know who that is.
She is a individual of wealth, connection, and influence. She is dealing with a matter that requires some tact and potential investigative may be called upon to look into things that require answers swiftly. And a favor for someone like her can certainly lead to, well, say she's someone you have on your side as opposed to having an enemy You used to be something of a socialite, did you not? That's what he said.
Yes, I'm aware of the politics of. It's better to have them work with you than against you.
Good. We're in agreement then. Perhaps it'll give you something to focus your efforts on, to distract you from your recently dearly departed.
Oh, she's still alive.
Then you are learning. Don't stick around them too long. That's when accidents happen.
Yes.
Well, we will be there shortly. And she is also connected. She is of Italian descent. And I would say to you that they are like family. It kind of like give you a curt smile. Like, perhaps you understand what I'm referring to.
Yes.
I think they were bad when they were mortal. Well, just imagine how ruthless they could be now that they are no more. Anyway, we're here. And he will lean over and open the door. And looking out, you see this large gallery, basically. It is quite fancy looking, you know, one of these stylized pillar affairs, pitched roof, and almost museum-like in its structure. You can see that the doors are open. Well, run along now.
She's gonna side-eye him for a moment. And then she's gonna, like, slide out and strut, basically.
Alright. I have got you all successfully on your way to or at the gallery. I'm gonna pee real quick, so give me a minute, and then we will do the introduction.
Ayo.
Caligo feeling a bit twitchy.
Who knows? I had that thought. I was like, wait, has this guy been using or drinking my drink his blood?
I was gonna say, if it was just a small drink, it would have been like, you know, a beer. Even if he was drinking.
Right.
But no, you nearly drained this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right.
as I said, it cracked him open like a sunny day.
Oh yeah. Call him the Kool-Aid Man.
He's gonna be feeling it, sure.
I called
So-
the gang. They're called Revenant.
I apparently forgot to, like, finish up my sheet. I had, like, 2 things left. The aspirations and the specialization. So I still have 1 specialization I have not, like, put anywhere.
Oh. What does your person like specialize in generally?
So I've got the forensic investigation, investigation specialization, which has the interdisciplinary attached to it. So I can kind of spread that love around. And then I've got poker face subterfuge. Like,
Nice.
he's a gambler. He's going to have a poker face for when he's lying or trying to
How does one
misdirect.
have a poker face of that many teeth?
You don't know what the cards are. You're too distracted by the teeth.
What are your highest skills?
Highest skills are investigation, larceny, and subterfuge. So I'm thinking something for larceny, but I'm not quite sure what angle I want to come at it from. Because I also have the sleight of hand merit.
Dude, I took that too.
Yeah. So like I was thinking of leaning into streetwise or politics for like a read the room type thing. But larceny with its 3, I really want to just lean in harder there too. So
You already discussing what you're spending your first XP on?
no,
He has one more specialization to take.
I forgot to do the final specialization.
Oh, okay.
So I've kind of been looking at the things I have the most stuff in.
Yep.
And I've got 2 of those peaks covered, but the last one is larceny, and I already have the sleight of hand merit, so it's already pretty buffed. But
You could lean into like to go into your cover-up stuff. You could kind of go into like forgery, maybe.
like a larceny forgery.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
being able to, because I'd imagine being a problem fixer, you might have had need to pretend to sign stuff on behalf of other people, or deal with evidence and stuff like that. And I'm just
like
spitballing.
that.
Do you know what I mean?
That works. It gives a different side to the larceny. If I look at what larceny actually covers according to the thing.
The randomly organized thing, like don't get me wrong, I do love the game.
It's a beautiful,
Just the
gorgeously
fucking-
written book, but it is not organized.
Book is for referencing shit. Like, if your contents page is like 3 pages long, I think that's not a good thing.
That's why I learned to page search.
It is.
Great game system, awful material.
Really, like you
Yeah,
could do with having.
Intrusion, lockpicking, theft, pickpocketing, and other generally considered criminal activities. So, like, I could, but I feel like there's also how that would play out with. I guess it would. I don't think there's any. I'm not sure where else you would put forgery if not there. Maybe academics? But larceny is one of the physical skills, so I'm not.
Forgery could also fall into craft as well.
Yeah. And I got nothing in crafts,
Subterfuge.
which is odd considering what I'm about to be doing.
You don't have to be doing it. You know a guy that can do it, right?
Yeah, I think the knowing a guy. They may not like me, but I know who does what.
Give me the like larceny, underworld contacts.
Yeah, that tends to be streetwise.
It's a merit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
contacts are a merit. Streetwise is your character's knowledge of life on the street, how to navigate the city, how to get information from unlikely sources, and where she'll be also things like black market.
So streetwise shortcuts or streetwise what is it? What's the word?
You're a fixer, right? You fix things. You find people.
I think I'm just going to title it Know a Guy, Streetwise.
Sounds good.
I think Noah guy is also a merit.
It might
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Noah guy is a merit. I considered picking that up at some
It's a Carthian merit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we can
it
figure
doesn't
that
have
out.
to be the merit. It can just be like just the wording.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah, but
wording.
that one gives you a mechanical benefit. This is more of a...
You just get an extra dice.
Yeah, that one gives you a temporary retainer, which is different.
Okay. Through various means, you are all going to be dragged, willingly or otherwise, to the gallery, the Corsetti galleries. These have been here for decades and are a somewhat famous landmark in the Lombardia ward. Obviously, they serve as the center of the Corsetti influence as well across. As you all arrive, you will notice that whilst the gallery is open, even though it is nighttime, there are essentially bouncers in fine suits. I'm not going to go as far as saying they're wearing fedoras, but they are definitely, on duty at the doors, and they have the earpiece in, and you can definitely see that they are indeed guards. And as you approach, you will be kind of gently arm on the chest and stopped and asked what your purpose is. Go in the same order we started in. So, Caligo. No, it wasn't Caligo, was it? It was Alexander. Alexander, sorry. I just defaulted to left to right. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you'll be stopped
these
by
are
these...
human guards, or...
They are human, yes.
Boy, this is gonna be fun. Do I have any proof of the summons? Or or was it just word of mouth? Am I just like...
You were basically told to come here by, Sabrina. Basically said that, you are a known fixer of these kinds of things. You've been given the evidence, essentially. They look like copies of the police reports. Like, these are things that would have been kind of brought to the attention of potentially the regent, who then would be like, right, get your people to fix this, and then it would have been passed to you. However, in this case, it's different because you were basically told to come here present, which isn't something that normally happens. Normally it just gets filtered down through the relevant channels and you just get told
I do
to
the
deal with
paperwork and nobody has to talk to nobody usually.
Right.
Okay.
So it's awkward, you being here. Absolutely.
It's awkward. Also, bad vibes. So said I should be on a list, I believe. I was invited.
Name?
Dogwood?
Dogwood? He'll put his fingers to the ear, to his earpiece. The elevator at the back of the room. Top floor. And he'll kind of like gesture inside. And indeed, there is this fancy, very fancy looking, kind of like almost gilded old school elevator at the very back of the large kind of open plan gallery where there's various attractions on display. Human anatomy is one of them. There's some fancy looking paintings of sort of flowers and other oil paintings and things. How much interest you have in that stuff, but you are here for a purpose.
Yes. Alexander kind of makes his way quickly, taking a brief moment to glance over. Is like, that's a pretty nice impressionist, and just keeps going. Straight to the elevator.
There is a camera, which irony of you being on the camera or any of the other kindred being on the camera is an interesting one. But it will pan sort of down and clearly looking in your direction. But cameras don't work properly for your kind. The elevator doors will open after you've pressed the button, and indeed there is a top floor, say 10th floor. High up, but not crazy high.
Right. I hit the button, and
Okay.
assuming there's no one else trying to crowd onto the elevator with me,
Well,
I'm sure. Oh,
as
okay.
as you go to press the button, Caligo, it's about now you would arrive. Did it happen again?
That's you muted.
Can I just walk right past them without them even noticing I'm there?
Your skill does let you do that if you toggle it on, doesn't it? Or do you have to spend a vitae for it?
It lasts a scene. I don't have to spend a vitae for that part.
Okay, so this is a different scene. So you would have to activate it again, but if you don't need to spend a vitae on it, you just need to activate it. Sure.
Yeah. I believe I can extend that to also other vampires.
I'd have to have a look at it, but
I
I
mean,
believe that's a contested one if you want to do that, but
I like the idea of just you not realizing I'm standing right next to you.
Paste the thing for me. I'll have a quick look at it. I'm conscious of time, but I don't want to bog it down too
The
much
rest of
right
the
now.
scene, people's eyes just slide off the vampire. People can tell that someone's there, but they don't remember who he is or what he looks like. He's just some guy, average height, build, average hair, average nose, unless the vampire does something to draw people's
so they
attention.
don't. You're not invisible per se, as to look at, but you're forgotten almost the moment that they look away, kind of thing. You're like a weeping angel, right? You're not active or anything. Once they're looked away. Okay. Yeah, so people would just have a vague recollection of somebody about your height.
Okay. So if a vampire is searching or nearby, it's a wits composure roll, and it's penalized by
The dots in my obfuscate.
dots in your obfuscate. Yeah.
Yeah.
so if I was looking to see if someone's coming,
You would do the wits
Wits.
composure. Yep.
Yeah.
And you would take a modifier
A -2.
and I've got the fuck's it called? Words, trained observer. So
Okay. So 9
9
again.
again.
Walk with it.
9 again, -2.
9 again and a -2 modifier. Okay. So you would spot.
Damn, snuck in.
You'd basically then see me just walk right past him without getting stopped. And just
You
step
see
in.
a moment of, oh, right, as he realizes he could have done that too.
You probably couldn't have.
What do you mean? I got 2 dots on obfuscate.
Oh, do you? Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You slide on into the elevator as well.
Yep, don't say a word.
Yep. He hits the closed door button.
Just assuming we're going up. Okay, cool. And up you go. You will essentially come out into a small reception area. Lush velvet everywhere. Fancy red carpets. And a receptionist sat behind a very broad oak desk. And she will say, essentially gesturing to a leather set of seats nearby, couches and whatnot. Please take a seat. Miss Corsetti will be with you shortly. We're expecting a couple more people to arrive.
Of course. And he takes a seat.
I don't say anything. I just stand against a wall.
All right. Seraphine and Jordan. So Seraphine, as you get out of this stretch Bentley, why not?
Rocks up in an Uber.
This Uber pulls up just alongside, and out steps Jordan. You both instantly get the sort of the hackles from your beasts as you recognize a fellow kindred, as you've both not said that you're making signs to try and hide it or anything. Do you mean you make your way in as well?
So
Yeah,
Jordan,
she'll strut and wink on her way past. She won't stop though.
And Jordan?
well, I assume that the elevator door is closed.
Yeah, you'll essentially be up after them. So you two will...
Yeah, we have to get past the guards first.
No, so like I thought you walked past the guards and just standing by the elevator door. Like, no.
Not yet.
So yeah, Jordan will just. He's got that too tired and just wants to go home and sleep look on his face.
That's fair.
Even
Yeah.
though- yeah, like I don't know, customer service. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he shrugs at the wink as if it literally does not make any difference to him that this strikingly good-looking lady just winked at him, and he's just like, I don't care. Anyway,
Too tired for this.
I'm too tired. Anyway, he will
Very
walk
offended.
towards the security guards and just stand there and go, Blackhurst to see Miss Corset.
Again, he'll touch his earpiece. Oh, you're the witness? Yeah. When you go, elevator, top floor.
He'll just walk past them. And mind you, he's like in cargo, just basic ass civvy clothes. You know, he's got the hoodie. You know, it looks like he's just his day off clothes.
Yeah.
Like this is a fancy establishment, and he looks so out of place.
Very fancy establishment, absolutely. And as you step up, Seraphine, did you just walking past the guards, or are you?
I am going to strut past the guards, but whether or not I stop and talk to them depends if they try and talk to me.
Okay, so that one of them will stop you from going in, and be like, "Where is it you think you're going?"
Inside.
Name?
Seraphine DuPont.
He'll put his put his hand to the earpiece, and he'll kind of like look at you like, "Huh."
And she will lean forward and she'll like trace her finger along his jaw and be like, "You're very cute."
I didn't have you down as a nerd. The elevator at the back. You can see he's a little bit uncomfortable.
Did the security guard?
I
call
didn't
her
have
a
you
nerd?
down as a nerd. What the fuck?
She's just gonna chuckle and then walk inside.
Like, oh, this is the specialist?
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
Okay. You both wait for the elevator. The doors open. Again, camera looks at you in vain. Step step inside. Push the button and up you go. There are two other individuals already waiting, seated, and the receptionist will kind of beckon you in and essentially say, Miss Corsetti will be with you shortly. Take a seat. You're all here now, so it won't be long, and she will essentially tap on her keyboard a little bit, and then after a minute, she'll kind of step up and open the very lavish double doors into a very old-looking office.
It's a good question.
Fair. In the office, there is a multitude of different things here. So there is a lot of what appears to be antiquities and sort of old-looking maps of the city and other areas. And there is a large, obnoxiously large glass-paned window that looks out over the nearby kind of the gallery and most of the ward itself. Seated behind the desk is a woman that initially you would think is quite strikingly beautiful. But as you look closer, you begin to notice that there are some issues with her appearance. Elements of her skin look cracked and the flesh underneath exposed. In, again, closer inspection, her skin appears kind of aged, like the wax on an old, an old oil painting that's cracked through age. Yet her skin mirrors that almost exactly. It is somewhat unsettling to be able to see the details of the body and the bones underneath through these cracks, but she will push some papers to the side and bring her hands together. Come in. Be seated. There are matters that need to be discussed, and reasons which you have gathered become apparent. I have the witness, the investigator, the fixer, and the scientist. Together, you are going to solve this problem before it becomes a bigger one. Before I go any further, you know who I am?
Seraphine's just going to be observing her, mostly.
By reputation, miss.
Corsetti.
Alexander just kind of nods quietly.
And Seraphine's going to dip her head in acknowledgement.
Yeah, she definitely exudes power. You can definitely tell that she is obviously kindred, but your inner beast is almost intimidated by her very presence. She is old. We have a situation and have been pulled together to solve it. This is small now. If you fail, it could spiral into something either of us wants. children are going missing in this district. Have the details. Turn to Alexander here. Have the details of one such occurrence. I believe there to be more similar names yet to discover. This information has been passed through relevant channels. I'm sure there is more. This is no ordinary feed and dump. We have not recovered any bodies. You should also know it is forbidden to sire. I appreciate that some of you are a bit fresher than others here. Kind of like, there'll be like a soft, sort of almost smirk that she will pull at Seraphine. As she does so, you'll notice that some of the oil sort of cracks on her cheek kind of freshly open up. She doesn't seem to flinch or anything, but you definitely notice it. It is unsettling.
Seraphine's just gonna be like sitting slightly forward, more just to observe like the oil on her face with the curiosity of a scientist, but not actually caring about her well-being in regards to it. If that makes sense. It's like a clinical, detached curiosity.
Calico's pulled out a little flip book. She started writing down stuff in.
Her eyes are going to linger on you for a minute. Seraphine, as you say, you are here as potentially someone that could help in a scientific nature, but let it not be understated that you potentially might also have connections and influence that could be abused to help resolve this issue. I would rather lean on your scientific side, but must. You four resolve this matter and keep it in us. If anyone outside of this little circle, and she'll kind of like, put her hand up and have the finger kind of pointing down and tracing a circle as if someone was like running their finger around the rim of a glass. There is no glass. This little circle, if anyone outside of it gets wind of what you've found, Prince won't be. Neither will I.
Very well.
Understood.
May I ask some questions?
You may, but let me also state this. This is an opportunity for you to deal with a matter before it becomes too big. This is a matter to earn favor. And whilst it is of import that this matter is resolved, you, at this point, not so much. If something goes wrong, the wrong people begin to hear about this, or look to investigate matters, I would rather not have to deal with you. But ask your question.
How many children?
Two that I know of, one on camera. I believe that to be.
One has a witness, which is one of us. Where was the other one taken?
In an area of the northern part of the city, there is a large park where it is supposed to be safe for kindred. Near a bougie little burlesque bar.
Seraphine will cut in with a question and be like, is there a time frame between each one that's consistent?
Both within the last week. Most recent one in the last 2 days.
No, I mean the time between them. Is there a pattern between how long between each consecutive one?
I can't imagine so, with there only being 2.
Not that I'm aware of, no. But it would probably suit to establish a pattern if one could be found.
Any similar connections between the 2?
Only the age of the...
So the
Different
appearance
looks?
varies. Yeah. I was gonna say the appearance varies then?
From what we've been able to understand, yes.
Would I have been made aware of any other missing persons cases like this?
Not currently, but you potentially have access to find out.
Okay.
Different districts, so probably not something that you would have immediately come across, but now you know to look.
Something I could track down later.
Certainly.
High class, low class, different.
Nothing to connect them apart from their age.
Both at night?
The one caught on camera had featured 2 kindred.
Okay. Were both
And-
children alone when they were taken?
To understanding, yes. Again, in both cases, there were other. There were at least 2 other individuals involved. Yes. The kindred that you've seen on that video, obviously, you can't see their faces, but they appear to be based on descriptions of a similar size.
In her notebook, thinking of something else to ask.
He's going to turn to you, Jordan.
He will visibly shrink back as looks at him.
Maybe wondering why you're here.
Yes, I am, Miss Corset.
You, I'm led to believe, have access to certain insights that others might not. Potentially prove valuable. And you have the misfortune of being close to one of these incidents. I've no doubt that if you had have borne witness to such a thing, you would have come to me straight away to inform me of such a... given its potentially damaging and wide-ranging consequences.
Of course, yes. I was not aware of anything occurring the night that I was working. And you are correct. I'm what they call a dreamer. So
Well, unfortunately, in your case, ignorance is not use.
you are right, and I will do my utmost to correct the problem that has occurred.
So you will.
It's like sweating bullets.
Male,
Like
female, one of both.
Like he's like it feels like the other three are like in their element of like dealing with vampire hierarchy, and Jordan's like, oh fuck,
You've just been grabbed off the street.
Seraphine's just like, this can't be any worse than half the people I've met throughout my life. But it's funny, in character, Seraphine's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Out of character, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Caligo's in work mode, so
She will turn to you, Caligo, and she will say, of each. That's go off. What resources would you require from? I am putting you together into your own coterie, which are those green amongst you. She's going to again look at Seraphine. That means a collective group of kindred with the same directive. In this case.
Just come with a place to stay.
That can be arranged.
permission to move as we see fit.
To move?
Where we need to go.
You have my consent to discretionally act my authority, as long as it is towards the resolution of this matter.
She'll nod.
May I ask a question, Miss Cosette?
Yeah.
You said that they've been captured on security camera, but there is no witnesses apart from the footage?
We have a witness for the incident that happened in the northern part of the city. It was they had just somewhat unreliable witness, a drunk individual just been to visit there is a burlesque establishment nearby. They had seen a show and left and observed people that they said were moving fast, grabbed a child and skipped away with them. The child initially appeared fearful, and then when the other individuals got too close, they skipped away. Fortunately, it was dark. They were not able to give a description of their features, and their memory has since been altered so that they can go about their lives without ever having seen such a
Are we permitted to talk to their families?
of the missing children.
Yes.
Yes, but they are mortal.
Mm-hmm.
I can get you their details. By me, I mean secretary.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Seraphine will lean forward and be like, is that a condition of your nature?
Is what a condition of my nature?
She'll point to, like, the face.
Getting an eyebrow raise from
Yeah, that was
Caligo.
just the slow
It's
stone
more-
grind head turn.
She goes,
what the fuck are you doing?
I focus in biomedical, so I was just curious.
She's going to kind of like look at her hand where it is all cracked and the skin is split open. Yes, I am a Nosferatu. This is part of my, as you delicately put it, condition.
How green is she?
My understanding is that she has been abandoned, essentially.
I'll look into seeing if I can and she'll just like mumble to herself, like she's like obviously wanting to like improve on the vampiric condition. So,
Alexander thinks you're talking cosmetics.
What's the may I ask what the burlesque bar's name is?
I believe called La Boheme.
My God.
I unfortunately know of the place.
You do?
I do as well.
It's
She's gonna raise an eyebrow like...
I love it. You do you? I see you. Judging.
well, you see, the nature of my work in hospitality, I know all such businesses and people in them. We all talk. That's just how we go.
Seraphim be like, I have heard many men say that.
Well,
Anyway, I
She
could
does
probably
not believe children whatsoever.
I could probably talk to the bartender there or one of the workers. Maybe we can get an in there at least, if that's...
I will leave it
We
to your
can get an
discretion.
in as well from me.
I will leave it to your discretion as to how you wish to proceed. But proceed swiftly. Again. Wish this to become a no problem. The benefit of you all being relatively unknown, that if this does go awry, would be an easy matter to fix the problem and make the problem go away.
No one would miss us.
I'm glad we understand.
The ocean is filled with more than just bodies these days.
I'll be floating with Pleiades.
The secretary should have the details of your temporary accommodation. If there's anything else, appointment.
We
Yeah.
we shan't disturb you
She's a
much
savage.
longer.
I love it.
Jordan will awkwardly stand up and he will bow, you know, the awkward sort of a bow, and then just like walk out the room.
Let my notebook close. Nod my head. Also leave.
I think Alexander will also bow, but more like not quite like over the top, but it's getting there.
Seraphine will do a
You share the same condition, don't you?
poised,
Yeah.
poised head dip, and then she will leave as well.
All right.
Before the lady tries to like smack me one.
With that, we'll end the scene and bring this evening end. Apologize that we have run over slightly, but good to get the Blythe scene wrapped up and not have to kind of upset it.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be it for today. Let's pop the internet back up. Okay.
I
Thank you
feel sorry.
guys. Thank you guys for being here, playing, and also thank you to everyone for hanging out in the chat. As always, it is very much appreciated. If you have yet to do so, please do like, share, subscribe where you think appropriate, and do drop us a comment below. One of the things for this game is that we will give the group we'll give the individual with the most comments a community at the start of next session. So if there was a particular standout element that you would like to vote for, please do drop a comment below and sort of point it out, and which player or character you think is deserving of beat. I haven't told the guys yet this as well, but after the session we'll get them to vote on who they think is deserving of a table beat, and we will confirm that in the next session. But that is going to be it for us for today. We will be back on Sunday for some more The Lost World shenanigans. So, until then, please do take it easy. And as always, if it is easy, take it twice. Cheers, guys. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Good night.